Somewhere towards the end of my bachelor's, I realized I don't want to be an engineer. I studied chemical engineering. Yeah, very stereotypical. Engineering is like for Indians, it's very stereotypical field to go into. I didn't know that there are other options, or I didn't know that the other options are viable careers. I felt like a misfit in engineering. When I got the chance and the freedom, I left the city and I got tuned to nature, but not out of conscious will, but more like I wanted to escape the city. I started hiking a lot in the mountains. It's really beautiful. It has a lot of different kinds of forests and grasslands and a lot of wildlife and a lot of hikes also made for ecotourism. So I ended up organizing these hikes also with some friends, and like we would just spend almost every weekend just going on these hikes. So during this period I developed an interest. I really like nature. I like the outdoors. I like spending time outdoors and I value it a lot, and I think that the outdoors has to be valued more, or at least humans have lost touch with nature, and that is why I'm in this field. Somewhere towards the end of my bachelor's, I realized I don't want to be an engineer. This is against nature. Chemical engineering is like going into petroleum industry, or I have to go into pharmaceutical industry. Didn't want to do that, didn't feel good about it. Now at that turning point, I still stayed in the field. I worked for a couple of other NGOs, Waste Warriors, and then the Snow Leopard Conservancy, and then that's where I met the government official who was supervising me, and he was very inspiring to me. He was managing like large national parks and like really deciding what happens to the national park, which parts of it are conserved, which parts of it are to be used with some people, and how to engage with the people in the national park. So I thought of entering the civil services and I started studying for the exam. And this exam is like super competitive in India. Like about 10 million people write it, and it's just super 0.01% or something get into it. But I still tried it for 3 years. I couldn't get past, and I realized that I could put in more years into this and get past it, or I could just do a master's. So master's was like a backup choice. It wasn't my first choice, but it ended up being very, very nice. Well, I never fit into engineering. I was good with the maths. I was good at it skill-wise, but not in terms of values, or like I didn't really feel like I fit in. So when I switched to environmental science, I fit right in. Like I realized, okay, this was what I was actually good at.